Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off. On the inside, Eagles Buff left hard. On the outside, it's GA's Lynette and Trackside Cash. Eagles Buff in front. A length and a quarter Double H Fancy comes through on the inside. Here comes GA's Lynette and Tony Morgan. They're followed up by Trackside Cash. No one else right in behind those four. Then a length back to Silky Dancer. Another two back to Fox Valley Bonita. And I'll Strike It Rich. Pace unsettling. GA's Lynette. On the outside with a short lead, here comes Trackside Cash. She makes her bid for the top, opening quarter, 29-1. GA's Lynette leads Trackside Cash, the challenger. Eagles Buff right there in behind those two. Then a length and a quarter back to Double H Fancy. No one else is on the move. Followed up closely by I'll Strike It Rich. Silky Dancer on the inside. Fox Valley Bonita trails. Racing for the half. Trackside Cash hard pressed to clear, and now she does. A length ahead of GA's Lynette. Here comes no one else. Half-timed in 59 seconds. Trackside Cash leads the way. On the outside, it's no one else. GA's Lynette gapping her cover. On the outside, I'll Strike It Rich. Also on the move, Fox Valley Bonita. And now Eagles Buff, the favorite. She's off the rail. And on the move for Heitman. On the inside, Silky Dancer. Your trailer is Double H Fancy. Quarter of a mile to go. And from the outside, no one else now overpowers Trackside Cash. She's dropping back. She's had it 3/4, 130-1. No one else leads. I'll Strike It Rich. The danger on the outside. Here comes Fox Valley Bonita. Eagles Buff. She's on the move. Double H Fancy on the move as well. An eighth of a mile to go. From the outside, I'll Strike It Rich takes command. No one else digging down. I'll Strike It Rich. Here comes Double H Fancy. Also coming on late, Silky Dancer. I'll Strike It Rich is clear. Close for second. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Tony Morgan sending River Rat to the top. One more Brewski also left well. On the inside, Rebel Warrior now moves through. Rebel Warrior leads the way into the first turn. Racing wide, River Rat. One more Brewski now takes over second. A length back to close to Rome. River Rat on the outside, pacing in third. Another length back to Rich's Secret in fourth. A new suspect, Cullen Vision, Powerball, being outpaced early on. Approaching the quarter. Now Morgan attacks with River Rat. Quickly up to challenge Rebel Warrior off that quarter, 30 seconds. River Rat now in control. Leads at a length and a quarter. Rebel Warrior racing in second. One more Brewski third. Close to Rome, racing in fourth. Rich's Secret off the cones and on the move. On the outside, new suspect will follow up that live cover. Cullen Vision and Powerball still trail. Racing for the half, River Rat in total command. Leads it by 2.5 over Rebel Warrior. On the outside, Rich's Secret, half-time to minute straight. River Rat leads it. Rebel Warrior racing in second, a length and a half back to one more Brewski. Close to Rome racing in fourth. Rich's Secret is dropping back. Moving around him, new suspect, Cullen Vision. Powerball is far, far back. A little more than a quarter of a mile to go. They have to catch River Rat. He's out there by 3. Rebel Warrior. The main danger, one more Brewski. On the inside, racing third, new suspect makes his bid from 4, 3/4, 130-4, 3/16 out. River Rat opens up the lead by 3.5. Rebel Warrior trying to pick it up a bit. Top of the stretch, it's all River Rat. River Rat turns for home with a 4-length advantage. Rebel Warrior trying to come on. A late rally by new suspect, but in deep stretch from start to finish, it's River Rat. One more Brewski second, Rebel Warrior third. 7-4 daily double returns $44 even, 44 even on the 7-4 daily double. Third race at Maywood Park in 18 minutes from now. $2 daily double, $2 exacta, and $2 trifecta. Fields off the turn. They're lining up. Here they come. They're off. Let's go to the hop quickly. Out for the lead on the far outside. Nina Land moving right with her. Our Sister came away well along the inside. Precious Guru racing in fourth. A length back to Ancient Rachel in fifth. 2 back to Holly Sweeper. Another 2.5 to Rock and Roll Music. Velocity Girl trails. They're battling up top. Nina Land from the outside, now easing her way on by the leader. Let's go to the hop. Our Sister racing in third. And now an early and aggressive move by Morgan with Holly Sweeper. Opening quarter, 29-4. Here she comes. Nina Land leads it. Holly Sweeper. On the outside attacks. Let's go to the hop. Right there in third. On the outside, Precious Guru racing in fourth. Our Sister in fifth. Ancient Rachel. In the outer flow in sixth. Rock and Roll Music and a Velocity Girl. Now 4 in, 4 out as they race for the half. And Nina Land in command. Pressure from Holly Sweeper. Let's go to the hop. Right there in third. Halftime to minute 3/5. Nina Land leads it. Holly Sweeper grinding out a tough first over trip, being rated by Morgan. Let's go to the hop. Poised in the pocket for McGee. On the outside, Precious Guru in good position. Our Sister saves ground. Ancient Rachel makes her bid from sixth. Rock and Roll Music and Velocity Girl being outpaced. Quarter of a mile to go. Nina Land leads it. Holly Sweeper won't go away. Let's go to the hop. Lurking in the shadows of the leader. 3/4, 131-2. 3/16 to go. Nina Land leads it. Here comes Let's Go to the hop. She pulls from the pocket. Our Sister coming through on the rail. Top of the stretch. Nina Land trying to go the distance. Has to fend off. Let's Go to the hop. It's Nina Land digging down. Let's Go to the hop. One final surge. Let's Go to the hop. Maybe over Nina Land. Very tight. Top of the stretch, lining up. And here they come. They're often pacing with Rock's Baby getting off a tad slow. Close Dancing is the first to show speed. On the outside, Heart and Decency also showing some pace. On the inside, Anxious Dee Dee comes through. Close Dancing, your leader. Anxious Dee Dee right in behind second on the outside. Heart and Decency attacks for Miller. Also on the move, Silky Chevy. She's out there in fourth. Lacey Rose came away in fifth. Length and a half back to Rock's Baby. Another length to Juan's Gypsy. Vags Classic Star. They're battling away up top to the tune of a 28-4 quarter. And it's Close Dancing. Fending off a challenge from Heart and Decency with Anxious Dee Dee right there in third. Silky Chevy up on the rim in fourth. Lacey Rose racing in fifth. Rock's Baby in sixth. Juan's Gypsy. Vags Classic Star. No change up top. It's still Close Dancing. 3 parts of a length. Heart and Decency. Been parked every step of the way. Anxious Dee Dee right there in the pocket. Half-timed in 58-3. Close Dancing leads it. Being prompted by Heart and Decency. Anxious Dee Dee right there in third. Silky Chevy. She's also been parked the mile. Now she rallies from fifth. Lacey Rose is hemmed in. On the outside, moving up, Rock's Baby. Vags Classic Star. And Juan's Gypsy. Close Dancing. Still in front. Silky Chevy now with a challenge. Anxious Dee Dee. Right there in third. 3/4, 129-2. Close Dancing now trying to put Pesky Silky Chevy with Anxious Dee Dee right on her back, and now Lacey Rose finds an opening. She's coming on with an eighth of a mile to go. Close Dancing leads it. On the outside, Silky Chevy won't go away. Anxious Dee Dee on the inside. A late rally by Lacey Rose. Close Dancing. Here comes Anxious Dee Dee. Anxious Dee Dee coming on to get it. Close Dancing and Silky Chevy. Here they come. They're off. Broadway Barbie and Grandpa's Tabitha both showing speed early on, and Grandpa's Tabitha makes it to the top, a length clear of Broadway Barbie. Another length and a half back to Harmony Oaks Will, racing in third. Ariel's MJM came away in fourth, then Beware of Socks, Convincing, and Going Sportin'. They race up the backstretch. Your leader, Grandpa's Tabitha, at tight length. Broadway Barbie right on her back. Break of 4 to Harmony Oaks Will. Another length and a half back to Ariel's MJM. That quarter, 28-3. It's Grandpa's Tabitha, Broadway Barbie, right there in the pocket. Gap of 3. Harmony Oaks Will, she's now closing in a bit. A length back to Ariel's MJM, Convincing. Moving around, Beware of Socks. Going Sportin' is far back. Off the turn and by the stands, it's Grandpa's Tabitha, your leader. Broadway Barbie. Morgan has his hands full. She's sitting in the pocket, 58-2. Grandpa's Tabitha, Broadway Barbie. Now Ariel's MJM. She's on the attack from third. Harmony Oaks Will saves ground. On the outside, Convincing. Well-placed fifth. Beware of Socks. She starts to make her rally from sixth. There she goes. Going Sportin' is far back. A little more than a quarter of a mile to go. Grandpa's Tabitha, Broadway Barbie. Here comes Beware of Socks. 3/4, 128-1. Grandpa's Tabitha, Broadway Barbie right there on the outside. Ariel's MJM. Hank's tough third. Beware of Socks is 3 wide, an eighth of a mile to go. They're on their way home. Grandpa's Tabitha racing wide, and now coming through Broadway Barbie. Broadway Barbie takes the lead in deep stretch. A late rally by Beware of Socks. It's all Broadway Barbie. Close for second, Beware of Socks, maybe over Grandpa's Tabitha. By the stewards. Results are official. 4-3 exacta. Top of the stretch, fields lining up. Here they come. They're off on the inside. She can hit. Leaves aggressively. Olivia Be Worthy. On the outside now takes command. Off stride. Into the turn, Proud Heart. It's Olivia Be Worthy. Your leader, Bobbin Robbins Angel. Quickly up to challenge on the outside with She Can Hit right there in third. Then a break of 5 to Win, Win, Win. Another 2.5 back to Bella Boo. Gap of 2 to Flying Tristy and Terminal Velocity. Far back. After the miscue is Proud Heart. Now making a break as they go by the quarter. Bella Boo. Quick quarter, 27-4. Bobbin Robbins Angel leads it a tight length with Olivia Be Worthy right on her back. She Can Hit racing with the leaders in third. Win, Win, Win is closing in fourth. A gap of 2 to Flying Tristy, Terminal Velocity, and Bella Boo back pacing. Race for the half. Bobbin Robbins Angel leads it on the outside. She Can Hit attacks for Miller. Half-timed in 58-4. A little bit of a breather there. Bobbin Robbins Angel under pressure from She Can Hit with Olivia Be Worthy right there in the pocket. On the outside, Win, Win, Win makes her bid from fourth. Followed up closely by Flying Tristy. Terminal Velocity still reserved, but she's on the move. Has about 5 to make up with a quarter of a mile to go. They're all closing in on the leader. Bob and Robin's Angel, she can't hit. Here comes Win, Win, Win. Flying Tristy, poised right on her back. 3/4, 128 and 4. Midway around the turn, from the outside, it's Win, Win, Win. Now inching her way on by Bob and Robin's Angel. She's still there. Flying Tristy and Terminal Velocity. She can't hit. Right in behind those three. They're in the stretch. It's Win, Win, Win. Here's Flying Tristy in deep stretch. Win, Win, Win. Flying Tristy is coming on. Too tight to call. Two noses. Win, Win, Win. Flying Tristy. The mile. 5, 2, 7, 6, 4, 1, 3, 8. Maywood 7th race. There are no changes. $2 daily double. Top of the stretch. Field of 7 fillies and mares lining up. Here they come. They're off. Mudges Alyssa Gale on the inside. Left hard. A Basic Instinct moving right with her. On the inside, Kokoro also came away well. Mudges Alyssa Gale and Basic Instinct. These two going stride for stride. Kokoro racing right in behind that pair. Another length to Lady Cindy. Then a gap of 3 to Giggle Girl. Then comes Punch and Dear Her Is off stride. Racing up the backstretch, Mudges Alyssa Gale. And now, Kokoro and McGee taking advantage of the situation. Open up. Quarter timed in 28 and 1. From the outside, here's Lady Cindy with an early move. Lady Cindy into the 3/8 leads it. Kokoro racing in second. Basic Instinct in third. And then a gap of 3.5 to Giggle Girl. Punch. And There Her Is. She's on the move. Half mile to go. Lady Cindy leads it by 2 over Kokoro. With a Basic Instinct racing in third. Another length and a half back. On the inside, it's Giggle Girl. On the outside, Dare Her Is. She makes her bid from 5th, now 4th. And on the outside, Punch. Right behind her. Half was 57 and 3. 3/8 to go, it's Lady Cindy. On the outside, here comes Dare Her Is. She takes aim. And now, quickly up to engage, Lady Cindy. On the outside, Punch. Looming large for Saporito. Kokoro racing in 4th. 3/4, 127 and 2. Round the turn. Dare Her Is working her way by Lady Cindy. She's fighting back with Punch. Right in behind that pair. 1/8 of a mile to go. They're on their way home. Lady Cindy on the inside. Dare Her Is. And now Punch. She's rallying. It's Dare Her Is. Here comes Punch. It's Dare Her Is in deep stretch. Dare Her Is. Lady Cindy and Punch. 157 and 1.
Ready for a race. This horse has a lot of ability. You'll note a mark of 52 and 4 taken at the Red Mile. And number 8, Rebel Lee, found room late and a needed start. He might be the value.
Top of the stretch, here they come. They're off in pacing. David the Dude showing some pace on the inside. Downtown Society left hard in between horses. Blazin' 50. Downtown Society leads. Blazin' 50. Now quickly up the challenge. David the Dude tucks in nicely third. A length and a half back to B Street racing in 4th. Another length and a half back to Wolf and Son. 2 back to Foolish Courage. Your trailer is John Morgan. They race for the quarter. And from the outside, McGee attacks with B Street. Quickly up to challenge. Blazin' 50 off that station. 30 seconds. And now B Street takes command midway around the turn. Blazin' 50 will take a back seat. Another length and a half back to Downtown Society. Another length back to David the Dude, Wolf and Son, Foolish Courage, and John Morgan. 2 favorites racing 1-2 as they approach the half. B Street on top. Blazin' 50 right on his back, half timed in 59 and 2. Downtown Society racing in third. Foolish Courage makes his bid first over. On the inside, it's David the Dude. John Morgan is on the move with cover. And Wolf & Son is pushed back to the end with 3/8 to go. Race off the turn. It's B Street in command of the pace. Blazing 50, getting the trip. On the outside, here comes Foolish Courage. Downtown Society, hemmed in along the rail. On the outside, John Morgan and Wolf & Son. 3/4, 130 straight. It's B Street, the one to catch. Foolish Courage won't go away. Blazing 50. Stalking the leader in third. Top of the stretch, B Street leads it. It's B Street, your leader. Blazing 50 on the outside. Foolish Courage is still there. Down the stretch, it's B Street. B Street remains undefeated. Blazing 50 second. Foolish Courage third.
Front. This 5-year-old mare certainly can come from the back. Very much in form. She'll need some pace up front. 9 Giddy Up, tired. Second start back off a layoff. And 10 Double Down Dalray. Tough.
Hollyhill Fiesta, Stormy Bay. MD's Grand Prize. Hollyhill Fiesta, Stormy Bay. Broadway Protege. Fields off the turn, picking up speed. Here they come. They're off and pacing. MD's Grand Prize. Going right to the top for McGee as the field falls in post position order. Midway around the turn. MD's Grand Prize quickly opens up by 2 on Hollyhill Fiesta. A length and a half back to Stormy Bay Racing third. Another length back to Broadway Protege and Andy Miller. Length and a half back to Adams Boy. Another 2 back to Katie's Rio Tannic, Red Cap, and Just Like Lightning Trail. Off that quarter, 28-4. McGee will try to settle down the leader. MD's Grand Prize as they race off the turn. It leads at a length and a quarter. Hollyhill Fiesta right behind in second. On the outside, here comes Broadway Protege as the second tier takes formation. Adams Boy right behind him. On the inside, it's Stormy Bay. Racing for the half. MD's Grand Prize. Starting to get away from this field already. Leads it by 3.5. Half-timed in 58-4. MD's Grand Prize, the favorite, in command of the pace. Leads it by 2. Broadway Protege on the attack. Grinding out a tough first over trip. Hollyhill Fiesta trying to keep pace in third. On the outside, it's Adams Boy for Morgan. Caught up inside, Stormy Bay and Red Cap. Katie's Rio Tannic out there. And your trailer's Just Like Lightning. But MD's Grand Prize now leads it by 5. Broadway Protege picks up the chase. 3/4, 128-1. 3/16 to go. It's all MD's Grand Prize. Broadway Protege hard pressed to keep up in second with Adams Boy right on his back. They come to the corner. MD's Grand Prize is all by himself. They're in the stretch. A battle now for second. MD's Grand Prize is home free in a romp. Here comes Katie's Rio Tannic. It's MD's Grand Prize. Katie's Rio Tannic. Cloaks for third and fourth. Stormy Bay was coming on quickly. On the bottom, that's all we have tonight from Maywood Park. Hope you enjoyed yourself. You're all invited back tomorrow night. First post at 7:30. Once again, dual simulcasting